For my final tutorial, I would like to show you some other random facts and random information around the website that I think will be helpful to you. First, I want to go over what happens if you accidentally give someone a point for something that you did not mean to. Let's say that you were giving Logan a homework point, and then you realized that for some reason you were looking at the wrong homework. It wasn't actually his. What you would do is you can go under Reports, go to the student, and then I can look exactly where that point was. And I can see that this is the one I just did, and there's this nice little remove button, super quick and super easy, and it deletes the point, takes it away, and your data overall will not be affected by the mistake that you made. When you go back to the classroom screen, you will see that that point is gone. Looking at the report screen a little bit more, I'm going to go back to whole class. You can see that we are looking at the donut. This is the attendance that we have been talking about. This is the week and last week, and this is what I was saying. If you were ever to forget attendance, so last 2 Fridays ago I forgot to put attendance in, it is okay. I can go back to that day, click on the day, and I can actually record the attendance even though it is a past day. So I would click record attendance, and then I can choose. It automatically sets everyone at present. I can automatically choose if somebody was absent, and it will save. I'm going to go down to save and close. Okay, so you can still do the attendance, like I said, even after it happens. There's this tab called Trend Spotter. It is not working, as you can see. I'm very excited to see what kind of trends it will be letting us know once that feature does start working. Over here, when we have them listed, right now I have my students listed by their first name in alphabetical order. I can also list them in other ways. So I can list them by the percent of positive. So I can actually have them in order from who's 100%, and I can scroll all the way down to see who is struggling and who has low percentages in my class. Of course, right now I only have it for this week, which is 1 day, so you would have to change that. To get a little bit more accurate of a reading in order. Right? Okay, I can also change it to the most positives, who gets the most green points, and I can see Tessa's the winner there. And I can, of course, do the most need work, who has had the most negative points. And finally, my highest altogether. Alright, next I want to move on to the messages feature. We've already talked a little bit about the messages feature when we were talking about adding your parent accounts. This feature is so cool for the teacher as well, because I can send out a whole class broadcast. So I could type something like, field trip tomorrow, please remember math homework, whatever it is that I need to tell the parent. And every parent that is connected will receive that message. So I could type something, and I can actually look and see what parents have signed on and looked at that message. Now, of course, I don't have very many parents yet to choose from, but if I were running this in my classroom, which I will do in the following school year, I would have a lot more options of people to send it to. I could also, of course, instead of doing whole class, just do certain parents that we could go back and forth and message with. So it's a quick, safe, easy way to discuss things with parents. I also want to look down at the bottom of the screen where we have ideas and help. Ideas, as we've talked about, is where you get the chance to put in any ideas or suggestions for the website. So it's very cool. They're constantly looking for ways to improve based on their input from the teachers and the users of this website. There's also the help feature. And I did want to make sure I showed you this one more time. There are help questions. And it's a separate pop-up screen that pops up, but here are some, information, some things that might not be working, or maybe you can just play around with it a little bit, just to make sure that you understand everything. When we've gone over just about all of these at this point. Or we can also go to the ideas and tips. So these are kind of more where you can dig even further into so much more of Class Dojo than I'm even touching on with you. And this would give you some information, both good and bad. Sometimes teachers ask questions that there is no answer from the Class Dojo workers. So sometimes it's kind of cool to see how they respond, and from there they can even think of some maybe ways to improve Class Dojo. The final thing I want to remind you is that, as you can see on the home screen, it says Connect Mobile. I want to remind you one more time that this website does not have to be used on a computer and can also be used on any mobile device, including iPads, any kind of tablets like that you can download apps from, and any smartphones that you can put apps on as well. So I think that convenience is so important for Class Dojo. As you're walking around, you can be putting things in through your phone or through your iPad, whatever you're carrying with you while teaching. I hope that you've enjoyed my tutorials on Class Dojo. I hope that you've learned a lot and you're very interested in the website, and you can see how positive and how fantastic this free resource is for teachers. Thank you.